Trace Gallagher is the host of Fox News at Night. Trace.
I've been skeptical of that video all along.
And Jesse, I want to start with a little breaking news. A high-level source of the FBI has just confirmed to me that the Pima County Sheriff's Department has blocked key evidence to the FBI. We're talking about a glove found inside Nancy Guthrie's house, along with some DNA. The FBI wanted that evidence so they could take it, analyze it themselves, send it to Quantico to get some faster return. The Sheriff's Department decided to keep that evidence and send it to a private analyst firm in Florida. So clearly that is not going to help the relationship here between the FBI and the Pima County Sheriff, which we know in the early going has been tense at best. You talked about this 2-mile radius. We're talking video, right? Not only is it just a 2-mile radius, but they're now very specific in telling the people who live in the Catalina foothills that what they want here is they want cars that are parked. They want video of cars driving by, people walking by, anything that seems to be out of the ordinary. They would like that. And they've actually widened the window. You were talking about specific dates, February 1st and January 11th. Now they want video, Jesse, from January 1st to February 2nd, which is interesting because Feb 2nd is a day after Nancy Guthrie disappeared. They would like video like you talked about, where the TMZ video that came to them with a man who had backpacks and looked like he was trying to open a fence and set one backpack down. Reports are that evidence, that person has been cleared, but that is the type of unusual, odd video that the FBI would love to be able to go over because they think it is very pivotal. We spoke to some neighbors around here, and the neighbors tell us, Jesse, that what they were asked for is actually to give the FBI, to give the county sheriffs some idea of the cars that they own, the cars that they drive. It's kind of, you know, the process of elimination, so they can get an idea of what cars are driving in and out of this area all the time and what cars are not known to be driving in and out of this area all the time. So we should kind of give you an idea of, you know, the time frame. We were hoping that we'd have more information on video that came from inside the house, around the side of the house, the back of the house. We believe, the FBI believes, there is more video available. The question is, when will we get a chance to see anything that might have come out of that, pulling that information from the cloud, Jesse?
Trace, you mentioned the glove that I guess there's a turf war over between the sheriff and the FBI. Was that the glove that was found on the side of the road, or are you talking about a different glove?
It's a different glove. This is a glove that was actually inside the house of Nancy Guthrie. We don't know who the glove belonged to. We don't know if it was a random glove, but there was a glove inside the house that is now being analyzed at a private firm in Florida, and the FBI wanted that glove to be analyzed at Quantico in Virginia. So DNA inside the house and a glove unknown who it belongs to or what the context is on the glove, but a glove that was also inside the house, Jesse.
All right, Trace, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.